So here we are in the new Porsche 911 993 Turbo. What an amazing car this is. But you know what? We're actually here for a special reason today because Cam has decided to get one of these for his dad. Cam's dad's an amazing guy. He works really hard for us and he's always done a lot for Cam growing up. And today Cam wants to give back to him with a 993 Turbo. And if you ask me, for someone like Cam's dad who absolutely loves cars, it really doesn't get any better than to fiddle around with one of these. I know he's going to absolutely love it. What an amazing car. I think I want one. I might have to drive it. Listen to the sound of this, how satisfying this is. ASMR or what? And look how wide the door opens, man. You can spread your legs. You can get in all sexily, or maybe not. Oh, this car is quite comfortably older than me, which is mad when you think about it. As you guys know, Cam is my business partner at TDM, and one of the first things that we agreed on when we set out to achieve what we wanted to achieve with TDM was that we have to give back to family, right? Family is first. And so that was why one of the first things we ever did was retire our parents. That's why my brother and sister had a new car on their 17th birthday. That's why my dad drives around in his dream Range Rover Urban SVR. And that's why Cam's dad now has a 993 Turbo. And I can tell you from experience that these are the things that you look back on. You know, it's not just about the cars that you've had or the places that you've gone. It's about who you've taken, where you've taken them to, and the cars that maybe people have had from you. These are the kind of things that you remember. And it also helps that this car is cool as fuck and will probably go up in value. Successful day of meetings. Now here at TDM Gym, because we've got a session and we've got a bunch of new powerlifting kit in, which is cool. So powerlifting kit has arrived. We have got the competition bench press. We have got the combo rack, which has the bench there that slots in so that this can be either a squat rack or a bench press. And then we have the Elite FTS monolift. And I've already put a couple of bars out here. We've got Texas deadlift bar, strength shop, B bar, not going to call it the proper name because it's a swear word, I might get into trouble, and just a power bar. This is really cool, you know, for someone like me, ex-powerlifter. For context, for those of you guys that don't know, I actually previously squatted a world record. In fact, I have a number of world records. My life was powerlifting, and so to kind of get this in here is pretty cool. So that's exciting, and I'm confident that this will be an amazing facility just because I have the know-how. I know the intricacies of what kind of kit a powerlifter would want and how it would be laid out and that kind of thing. So that's cool. We then also now have our rows out here. So the Magnum Biangular row, which you guys already know, and the ISO row are now out to have made space for some of the new additions of that kit. You know, Prime Extreme row over there, Nautilus Explode pull down, Panata chain row, hammer strength pullover, and I mean, I know it's not back kit, but new bit of Strive, a Strive dip, awesome bit of kit. Pull session, let's go. Nearly got you. Right, back into the set. Need another plate on there. So, Tom's just admitted to me that he took our conversation about me buying a tank earlier today, and he took it straight to the CFO this afternoon in a coffee.
The table got pretty quiet, so I just decided to announce that the next car's a tank. So, good luck.
I told him this is the equivalent of going to HMRC because now I have to convince our CFO that a tank is a good idea, and he's had time to prepare against me now. You basically told them my sneak attack. Fucking no chance of getting this tank now. Fine, GTR Black Series it is. So we were here working, and now we've been interrupted by 99 TDM itself. Inconsiderate of the fact that we were unloading gym equipment. God, that thing is fucked, isn't it? It really is. Oh, I cleared the office for this, but someone made it in and he's trolling.
You don't know what I'm on about?
The guy at Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc. I promise you put the video.
Hi, can I just get a cappuccino, please? I was debating coming down yesterday evening because I didn't want to do this drive this morning, but I had way too much to do last night, so I ended up staying at the office until late and then up this morning straight down to Bournemouth. The annoying thing about Dodge's podcast is that it's all the way down in Bournemouth, which is like at least 3 hours on a good run, 3.5 with traffic. So it is a lot of time out of my day. But I want to go on his pod. You know, I think it's a good pod. I've listened to a few episodes and I've enjoyed them. So, you know, I want to go on and tell my story and give my perspective on things. I think it's always a good move. So I'll probably look back on it and be grateful that I did it, despite losing a few hours in the day. And I got to be back at the office for 4 o'clock. It's currently 8:25, so there is ample time. Bunch of meetings tonight, just ad hoc stuff really, like media meeting, website meeting, PA meeting, new office build meeting, just a bunch of sort of ad hoc different meetings that need to occur, but they're not sort of business critical. So if I'm late, I'm late. The famous podcast blazer has made it. And that's a wrap for the Dodge podcast. It actually went really well. We pretty much just spoke about the OnlyFans industry, which is typical. I understand, you know, it's interesting for people that haven't come across it before. So, you know, it was a good conversation nonetheless. It was a good chat though. We got to talk a little bit about me and my story as well, which is always nice and always fun. Now we've got a long 3.5 hour drive back. And the current ETA is 4:50, which is not ideal because the meetings start at 5. So I've got no room for error, virtually no time to eat my fish, potato and veg, but we'll make it work. Ouch! This morning we are here at Trackworks. We've got the truck, we've got the Corvette, we've got the M2, and we're going to go and pick up a new car today, and this car is interesting.
What time are we supposed to arrive?
We're supposed to be there at 11. It's a 2 hour drive. It's 9:30. So if you get the message in early that you're going to be late, but look, there's a chance that I might be late. When you're late, it doesn't matter. It's all about how you frame it.
But then when he sees this video, he'll know you are 100% late.
Huh. Very unique addition to the fleet. Not what you probably expected. So we've got the trucks, we've got the vans, we've got the supercars, we've got the SUVs, the dailies, all that good stuff. So I figured we need a single seater because most of the cars currently you're getting bothered by a passenger or something. So Formula X Turbo, new addition to the fleet. What do you think, Tom?
Pretty cool, isn't it?
It is pretty cool. It's pretty damn cool. So here we are in the new TDM Formula X Turbo, ready to head out onto the sprint track and give this thing a bit of a run for its money. Come on, Yam, give it some! What do you reckon, Dom?
This is really anticlimactic.
He's going too slow. You see, this is what life's all about. Sitting in your single seater. This is how travel should be. You know. Fast forward a couple of hours because we had to fly straight into the office for a team meeting because by the time we got that in here it was like 5 to 4 and the team meeting was 4, so we had to literally fly into the office. But we're back now, the sun has set and this thing looks pretty cool. So we put the Pista and the SVJ back. They sit here because they both trickle charge through a hole in the garage. So now these are back in. We've got it blocked in. What I actually think is that this should become the entrance and it will sit here. But honestly, all things considered, I'm super happy with the purchase. That's 2 amazing additions to the fleet, because we also have, of course, the 993 that we picked up at the start of this video. And what I like about these cars is that they are totally different to everything else that we have here. You know, from the Formula X to the 993 Turbo, they just stand out. They're totally different. We also took delivery of the R8 again in this video, so the fleet has come together again, and it's honestly not even that long until the next car lands, because I just completed all of the import declarations to HMRC for the very next car that we're going to send a truck out to go and pick up from Hungary, which we will document in the next video. So thank you guys for following along the journey. Love as always. See you in the next one.